from the base. Follow-up report. Is that Fox Boy? Try and catch me from the base.
I'm the world's
follow-up report.
You will lose your super. The world.
Is that how about making?
Get time. Oh, get time back. It was not back. You mean to the get our time? How do I get anyone? Oh, get chaos and our preparing your spec. It was not back. You mean to the get time? How do I get anyone? Oh, get time. There's no back. It was not back. You mean to the get our time? How do I get anyone? Oh, get chaos and our preparing your spec. I'm back. You need Skeksis.
Hogarth.
Professor.
It's difficult.
Blown away. You need the make Skeksis. Chaos. Do I dream masters out to be this? What's going on? Better not come back to anybody. Hedgehog! Get back to the cops. Going on? Come in. You know, what can I say? No way back. Cops. Going on? You're almost out of back to anybody. Hedgehog! Get back to the pyramid. Going on? You know, what can I say? The one and only, the ultimate. Grant you one. It all starts with this. A jewel contained in the center. There's no super. You gotta go now. Maria, my master.
Well, hello everyone. Excuse me. How are you doing today? I hope you're all doing great. It is another DaraChat, but I'm not solo this time. Although my screen may look like it. He just doesn't show his face. Abe, if you're yeah. Oh, now he finally decides to show up. No. Every stinking time, it's like the last minute ordeal. I should probably put up like a what's a good thing? I should probably put up like those ices you guys have, or like the cornetos, right? Put up a corneto and just like, hey, if you come in, you'll get one. It's like, dang it, I'm gonna get it. I'm getting there now. Why does it sound like you're in a bathtub?
Hold on a second. I've just recently changed my mic setup.
Uh-oh.
How's that?
Now, no, I can hear you. It sounds a lot better. First off, you sound like you're in the bathtub. I was like, are we entering?
Well, what if I am in a bathtub?
Look, I don't want to interrupt your bath time, okay? I don't need to hear a man go. So
It's fine. I'm eating an orange at the same time. You know, those things get sticky and everything. It's terrible.
I'm just waiting for you, Rubber Ducky. You're the one.
But hey, that's between me and Mr. Rubber Ducky.
Hey, that's right. Anyway,
That's
welcome.
our Ducky time.
That's right. Getting ducky. Anyway, welcome to another DaraChat. Way past that point now. I am Daramouthe, or Dara, because some people like to say words and they're not always the right ones. English not do so good for many. That's the caveman talk. I do try to speak caveman once in a while because some people understand that a lot better. When you go to a grocery store and someone asks you buy, and they say, me buy, you know.
So many people still get your name wrong. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either. It's almost like I'm living in a Twilight Zone. Or it's just that, or they can't get confused. It's understandable, but I'm just like, if you have a word vermouth, right? Just it's not even if it's not even about the drinking part.
Yeah.
If it's just the word vermouth, right? And
Yeah.
then you look at mine, you say, well, maybe it is mouth. And you're just like, wait a second, hold on, guys, hold on. You have a word vermouth. Do you not think that that possibly could be a little different?
Yeah, and who spells the word mouth with an E?
Illiterates! Illiterates.
What, are you from like 14th century England?
No, that'd be much older. That'd be like
Mein Muth.
My where art thou, Muth? And where is thine whiskey?
Mein Muth is just. Wherefore art thou, mine bread keeper?
I thought you were gonna say chapped. I was like, oh, you made her hold that one back.
It's also an inappropriate use of the word whereat as well, because it actually means why in Old
really?
English.
The Old English?
But because it's got the word where in there,
Yeah.
we just go, oh, it must mean where then.
Yeah.
Well, if it meant where, why wouldn't it just say where?
Well, I only know a little Shakespeare, and it's to be or not to be. But that's pretty much it. And then I
And
know
it turns out it was in fact to be and not to be.
Hold on here. Hold on.
Spoiler alert, folks.
That's a little quantum mechanics right there. I think we need to step back a little bit. Was it
That's
true?
right. That's right, bitches. We're going Heisenberg on this. Not even 5 minutes in.
So is it true? Was Shakespeare finally into the mathematics? Was he finally the originator of quantum mechanics? Find out tonight.
Find out tonight on Ancient Aliens whether Shakespeare was in fact Heisenberg.
Was he an alien after all? Or
Was he an alien?
Twins?
Or was he a ghost? Or was he an alien ghost?
I don't know, but there's a movie out there called what was that? No, not I don't think it was Shakespeare in the Park, but it had what is her name? Gwyneth Paltrow in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name. What I know is something.
Was it Shakespeare in Love?
Oh, that's right, Shakespeare in Love.
Yeah.
Which was weird because I think she was the one being Shakespeare, or it was the dude in love with her. I can't. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen that. One of the takeaways from that, though, is that Gwyneth Paltrow looked surprisingly hot with a mustache.
Well, there was also the show Legion. Yeah, there was also that show Legion where they had these the is what they're called, and they were androgynous robots. I mean, they're three different women, obviously, but they were androgynous, and they had the mustaches too. And like, I looked at it, I was like, I don't know. I think something's off here. Something feels very off because I don't know other than knowing that Legion is Professor X's son. I don't know much beyond that scope because Legion was based. I don't know to what point, but that's all Noah Hawley. If anyone doesn't know, all Noah Hawley was sort of that, and that was only 3 seasons, I believe. If anyone watched it, I could be just talking to the void here. Who was that? That was ages ago.
It was a good few years ago now, yeah. The first season of Legion was pretty good.
Legion.
Bit trippy, though. So if you're not into that kind of thing...
Let's see. Legion, when was it? It was 2017 to 2019. Okay. So
yeah.
What is it? Almost 8 years now? Yeah, February 8th. So it'd be almost 8 years. That's oh really? Holy crap.
Yeah.
I'm old. Holy crap. Because I remember when it came out, and I didn't have Fox, right? You'd have to watch it.
Yeah.
Either buy the episodes from iTunes, or you watch it, like clips of it on YouTube, or you have to go to like some place that has cable or something like that. But it was really interesting though, because
a place with underground cables that attach islands to the mainland.
Oh, well, those we call that Russia. But anyway, but yeah, I remember watching it, and of course there are some there was for what people don't know is that the main character Legion, or I think was that his. I think they called him his name though, but I can't remember what they called him.
Silly Billy.
No, it wasn't that. Oh, what'd they call him? Now I have to go back. Now I have to do this. I should have looked it up. Oh my goodness. Well, I know the name of the actor, but I'm trying to figure out. David Haller. That's right. David Haller. Haller. David Haller. Okay. But the person who played him is named Dan Stevens. And we all know where Dan Stevens was at before that.
Yeah.
Which
the character in the comics is kind of ridiculously OP.
Yeah, well, yeah, duh. I mean,
because he can basically just conjure any power up that he wants.
Yeah, well, he's basically what's that other Richard? Is it Reed Richard? Franklin, that's right. Franklin Richard. I mean, well, Franklin Richard can just create universes out of nothing. I mean,
yeah, Franklin Richards is basically like God, really. In the in the Marvel universe, he's one of the most powerful beings that's ever existed. So much so to the fact that he made Galactus his herald once.
wow.
He made Galactus, the guy who eats planets and has heralds, his herald.
Man,
That's crazy.
That is. Well, I mean, it doesn't. I do know that there are many like the sky the sky gods or something like that, and then you have some other powerful ones. But then I think there's only one that's the most powerful, and that's the one above all. At least in the Marvel universe. I don't know what DC's is, but but that's supposed to be the one. And I think there was some comic person who was talking about there was a Spider-Man story in which the one above all appears to Peter, but it's not actually him. It's sort of like some homeless person, and I think that's
that's what I remember. Getting confused, yeah.
But that's all I remember. But I mean, the only other time the one above all is sort of like when I think there was a story where Thanos tried to get to the heart of the universe or something like that. I don't remember. I'm picking fruits and berries. Would shake my spear. That's not going to work. And I think you spelled Gwyneth wrong too. It's how do you spell Gwyneth, Patro?
I think the Y and the E need to switch places.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Oh, I better hope I spelled it right. I did! Sucker! I spelled it right. Hold on, I'll show. I gotta show because sometimes you have to show physically how it's done. All right, there you go. Look at that. That's how you spell Gwyneth Paltrow. G-U-I-W, and of course she's the daughter.
Swap the Y and the E.
Yep, and she's also the daughter of Blythe Danner, which is a funny thing because her mom appeared on an episode of MASH a long time ago. But yeah, that's how you do it. And but yeah, I think the funniest thing about Gwyneth Paltrow is that when she tried to sell a candle.
Oh yeah,
we call it Goop or something like that.
Yeah, well, Goop was the name of her company, and she used to sell all sorts of new age trash like that.
Well, when you name a child Apple, I mean,
yeah.
I think the other one was named Moses, but we won't go there.
When you decide that Chris Martin is the man for you, maybe just take a step back from reality for a second and, or I don't know, back into it.
Hey, you know what? He has a voice. All right, he has the voice. I'm just gonna say that he has the voice. Coldplay is still going strong after all this time.
Strong is a very strong word.
Did you not see?
I would go with still going.
Did you not see that music video they did with Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke?
Yeah, they did a music video.
And Coldplay?
Yeah. Did you not see it?
No.
All right, hold on. All right, you know what, kids? It's time to take. All right, kids, it's time to take a little lesson. Cold. I won't show the video, but I will show what it is. There it is. Here you go. I got it. Presentation and snap.
Is Dick Van Dyke even still alive?
Yes, he's right there. Look at that. That's him right there. They did a music video with him. Well, they did. This is their cut down version, but this is the elongated version right here. So yeah. Yep. That's right. No, I do not, Daily. No, I do not. I'm not that dumb. But yeah, they did. But they did a music video with him, and it's just like I didn't think they'd do that, but I mean, that's pretty awesome for someone who's almost 100 years old. I mean, that's glad he's still alive to be able to do that, but still, he's probably one of the oldest people
on Earth.
Well, not on Earth, but actor-wise, because I'm not sure of anyone else actor-wise who's the oldest so far. I mean, well, you could have Clint Eastwood, but Clint Eastwood is younger than him. So, because I think last time I heard he was like 93 or something, and still directing movies. Can you believe that? Someone 93 years old and he's still directing movies.
Yeah, and
Goodness.
still making better movies than most Marvel directors.
Well, he doesn't make Marvel movies. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it would ruin the sheen of his career.
Well, I mean, I think there was at one point they were talking like this is the last movie he ever make, and then he made another one after that. I was like, or I think it was the last one he'd ever star in, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you hear that all the time, don't you? It's like with Logan.
Yeah.
Both Patrick Stewart and Huge Jacked Man. They both said this is going to be the last one we do as these characters because it meant so much to them. But then Patrick Stewart appeared in Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Hugh Jackman was going through a rough divorce, so he's like, fuck it, I'll just be Wolverine again, who cares? And so now the joke in Deadpool and Wolverine is he's going to be doing this till he's 90.
Hey,
and you know what? I'm all up for it.
Hey,
Let's do a legitimate, in real time, old man Logan movie. Let's make 90-year-old Hugh Jackman in, 40 years from now? However old he is? Let's do that.
It is like, I'm back.
I got a stroller made of adamantium.
Wheel stuck. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I get the joke, but I mean you gotta give Patrick Stewart credit because I mean he was still acting even in his 90s, and that's a thing where I mean, yeah, you can ask, like, once you hit a certain point, should you stop acting, right? I mean, there is, like, for women actors, right, there's a point where they stop being the leading lady and they start being the grandmother, the old lady across the way or whatever. And it's sort of this thing where for a male actor, it's not always the case, but it can be the opposite. You could be the grandfather, the old wise man or bad guy or whatever, but it's...
well, the thing is, Dara, in this day and age, a leading man can now also be the leading woman.
Now, well...
both at once, if they want.
That's called stepping at two timing with no leg to stand on. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, but like, if you thought that Hugh Jackman was a triple threat, which he is, imagine if he was like, give me a wig. No, he's a triple threat twice over.
I don't want to. It's not.
I'll do a whole movie, just me playing everyone.
Hey, you know what? I bet you anything he'd probably do a funny on it and try to play everyone. Like what was it? Dwight having a wig for every one of the people in office.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna get to that point anyway with AI, because we're really not that far out now from being able to switch out characters and actors whichever way we please.
Did you not see that thing on Twitter X where someone did like the Muppet version of Lord of the Rings?
I did not see. I did not.
Come on. Oh my goodness. Ask you questions and then you're throwing me overboard. But no.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yep. Hi, Mark. But yeah, there was someone who made and of course you always see the ones like they made like a dark fantasy 80s Legend of Zelda or something like that. But that's with the old stuff. But the new stuff, like I think someone said they used like Luma Labs or something like that, which is crazy in itself. But I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, there was a movie back in like the early 2000s talking about this very thing.
Yeah.
It was called Simone.
There was a movie that came out, I think only maybe a year or two ago. Its native language was German. But using AI, you could select a different language and it would look like the actors were actually speaking English.
Yeah, I think I've seen that type of not in movies, but like there's a game where you're able to do that with. I think they did that with the Witcher 3, where you could the lip flaps. They
Yeah.
could do that, and it would change to the language spoken. So you could, so it wouldn't be that difficult to like you still have to record obviously of the
Yeah.
person, but I mean technologically wise, it wouldn't be too much of a jump per se. But I do know they did something similar of that with that. But who knows? Who knows how long that's going to be for CD Project Red? 16 salaries for Nutty Professor. 16 salaries. Oh, because he was so big. Is that what the joke is?
No, it's because he played so many different characters.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's funny. Hercules, Hercules. Well, that's the same thing with Medea. That's the same thing with Medea. How many characters has he played out on that?
Yeah, it's no wonder Tyler Perry's got so much money. He keeps paying himself.
Yeah. Medea
It's like,
gets
well,
this.
I did 15 roles in this one, so 15 salaries, please. Oh, and look, I'm the man in charge of the budget as well. Isn't that funny?
someone, get me more money. Lip flaps. That's right, lip flaps. So, well, that's more of like the
lip flaps.
like dubbing animation, but yeah, lip
Mm-hmm.
flaps. Well, anyway, not going down that road. But yeah, it's just the movie Simone was like this. You know, it starred Al Pacino. Funny enough, a movie about technology stars Al Pacino. It was it was one of those movies where it's sort of ahead of its time, because in actuality, I mean, you've already got people like James Earl Jones who signed away his voice to Disney. That I do know. And then at this point, basically, even if you have a star, right? Even if you have a star, Al Pacino. That's the name of my not so favorite drink, Al Pacino. Booty sweat. Nope. No, that's gangster drink right there. That's gangster drink. But where was that? But yeah, it's interesting because even then, I mean, remember when they did that whole Taylor Swift thing, generated pictures, right? When she was
oh yeah,
all that stuff. So it's even if you were to try to stop it, the internet is far faster and wider than you can stop it. So
thing
it's
it like when I saw that on the news, I was like, really? These came out like 6 months ago. I was way ahead of that one.
Yeah.
I was like, you should see the ones they can do now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there are limitations like Midjourney stuff, but still, people will come up with, because I mean they had one with of her and Oscar the Grouch. So take that as you will.
Oh yeah, I saw that one in the alley.
Yeah, I think there was one with Cookie Monster too, but I'm not too sure.
Cookie.
That's singing along with Taylor Swift. But yeah, it's you're not wrong in that aspect, because they will eventually. I mean, why would you pay an actor multi-millions when you can just have a computer do it and you keep the majority of the money to yourself?
Yeah, well, I think of it in terms of like an index fund in a way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the idea behind an index fund is you put all of your funds in this big collective fund, and then you just get a dividend periodically without really having to do anything. So why would you spend your entire life acting your ass off when you could literally license out your image or even sell it in its entirety and then get a paycheck forever? And you can just act whenever you want then.
Yeah. The royalty thing and all that stuff. But yeah, what was it? There was something. I mean, Amaranth was already taking that stuff up with the AI stuff, the AI chatbot and all that stuff.
Yeah, with a voice, I think, wasn't it? Some sort of like Amaranth AI girlfriend thing or something.
Yep. And she made money off that. Oh goodness. Not like she wasn't going to anyway, obviously. But those sort of things, like James Earl Jones. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier. Is James Earl Jones, because he signed that away. He signed his voice away to Disney, which is like,
he's literally going to be Darth Vader forever now.
Yep, and an AI.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Well, and they could use them for other things too, because I mean, it's yeah. But I mean, he signed it away. He signed it away to them. But I
Oh,
don't
do
know
you
what.
know what they could do now, though?
What
Do you know that episode of South Park, Chef Returns?
are you talking? The one where he comes back like a zombie or something?
Kind of.
Hmm. What's been a
Uh,
while?
he's part of the Adventure Club,
Hmm.
and spoiler alert, folks, he dies previously.
Right.
Well, towards the end of that episode, he dies, but he comes back. But when he comes back, he's basically Darth Chef Vader. But they could now use James Earl Jones's voice to dub over the sort of fake version of it that they did.
Well, not South Park though. That'd be a different altogether thing, because it's Disney, not South Park. So they have to
Yeah.
either pay for the licensing or whatever. But that's an
Oh
interesting
yeah, they could do it. Well,
Yeah.
we could do it at home. We could just create a redub version.
Yeah. All you need is I mean, he's been out in movies and all this stuff. All you need is those samples of his voice, and just bump it bump. There you go.
Yeah.
Which is the interesting part, because I had a question to, I can't remember who it was, about owning your image basically. And
Yeah.
my thing, Christopher Lee. Oh, Christopher Lee. Okay, I didn't know he was doing that. That's nice.
Yeah,
Or
he's actually in the latest Lord of the Rings animated film.
the Rohirrim one.
Yeah.
I think I said that right.
But that's not even AI. That was just an outtake from the films.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I think, because yeah, I think I read something about that. But yeah, it's just a strange faction where, I was talking to a gentleman a long time ago about, do you own your, because of the advancements of technology, do you own your image after you're gone, right? Your image and all your stuff, because once you're gone, you can't defend yourself, you can't hire lawyers to defend you, you're pretty much it. And so that itself is a question, is when you have someone like Christopher Lee, or say James Earl Jones or whatever, do they still own the rights to their image, their body of work? Because they can't do anything more with it. I mean, yes, you have family, but there's got to be a time limit on how long a family can own someone's image in making money off it, right? Because
Yeah.
that eventually ends no matter what, because James Earl Jones will no longer be either well known, memorable, or whatever, because it only takes maybe 100 years or so before that's gone. And
Yeah.
with his wife, said he'd love to do that to continue. That's understandable. That's understandable. I'm just asking, on when someone passes away, whether it be an author or whatever, do they still own their works? Because
Well, I think what usually happens is that the image and their voice and all of that kind of stuff, any semblance of their likeness defaults back to their estate.
Mhm.
But then it's in the hands of the estate as to what is done with it.
Well, yeah, and the gentleman had on was talking about, like, the who was it? The President President Reagan. He was talking about something like that. And once your family own, well, I mean, yes, they could, but then it becomes, how long can they own your image? It's sort of like the stuff with the Tolkien. It's like, how long can they own your creations before?
Imagine that 100 years from now,
Mm.
your likeness and your voice becomes public domain.
I mean,
100 years from now, people will be doing Daramouthe's DaraChat version 20.0 or something.
welcome to the future.
And it's still you.
I was
and the post-it notes will say something different every single episode.
There'll be a meme to the existence. Hey,
Yeah.
Arrest Ahead. But I don't know. I just feel like, even if you do have it default to your family members, how long do they get to keep that, right? Because they didn't create anything. They were just married into or whatever. You created all the aspect of. you're gone. So you no longer have anything to do with it anymore.
Yeah.
So it's this very weird space of thinking, because you could say, well, what is it, like the copyright is like 50 something years or whatever, 90 something years at this point, and sort of, it's sort of like Elvis Presley's former wife, I can't remember her name, making some money off of stuff, even though I don't think it's very much anymore. The point of the matter is how who gets to own the right of you and your likeness and all that stuff, versus how long. Because it doesn't make sense to me personally when you have something like A.A. Milne, right? Creator of Winnie the Pooh. His stuff, he's long been gone, but Disney was holding on to the copyright of that Winnie the Pooh. Priscilla, thank you, Priscilla Presley.
Do you ever wonder if people like A.L. Milne, who wrote these, family-friendly classics, ever thought that one day, when the copyright on this runs out, somebody's going to turn this into a horror movie?
Well, the horror movie aspect was using the Disney version of stuff. Well, no, that's not true, because I think in the books that A.A. Milne wrote, Winnie the Pooh was in that sort of dress up. So I wouldn't say that would be incorrect, but they did continue, bought his stuff and then continue it after. So there's another thing to his corporation. But I don't think people think that far ahead enough. I mean, just think about everything went to his daughter, and now it belongs to his granddaughter. Yeah, it's just how long does that stuff get to be owned, right? Well, and there's another example too. Was I just had it too. Not just A.A. Milne, but then you have the thing with like Mary Poppins and stuff. Like the lady who wrote that book series was there at the Disney studio, going through all this stuff. They have the recordings, but how long does her stuff get to be owned before it's no longer owned, or does it doesn't fall back to her family? I would think it falls to Disney, one way or another. But those are business sort of deals. But we're just focusing on simple matters of, say, like, something like the Token estate or whatever. How long do they get to keep that stuff before it's all public domain? I mean, it has to end sometime, right? You would think it would.
Well, they've just technically lost the rights to the Steamboat Willie version of Mickey, haven't they?
Well, that's Disney. I was talking about the Tolkien estate.
Yeah.
On that regard. But yes,
one of the main drivers behind a lot of the changes in the constant extension of the right to retain copyright has been Disney.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember that. It was to keep Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Because he's the mascot. Mickey Mouse has been the mascot for Disney for a long time. Well, except when Walt first started out, it was Oswald the rabbit, which I think they did get back, and all that stuff. But exampling from the corporation stuff, you still have things like Frank L. Baum, who wrote the Wizard of Oz books. How long does his stuff? Well, I don't know if there was any family after him, but I mean, how long does he own his stuff? Because usually, like you said, some stuff ends up in public domain. But
do you know what the ironic thing about that one would be, though? Is that The Wizard of Oz was quite removed from his works, and Return to Oz, which many people regard as a horror movie, is actually closer to his works.
Yeah.
So it's not like I suppose someone could come out and try and do a more wholesome version of Return to Oz as like a complete inversion of this idea that you can take a piece of like old school IP and make it into a horror movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Let's do it in the other way.
Yeah. Well,
why can't Freddy Krueger just be a nice wholesome dad?
Or well, actually, at that point, I'm kind of done with those. The horror those kind of horror creations only last so long because they run out of steam, right? How can you keep Freddy new? How can you keep Jason new? He's eternal. He can't be killed. He comes back and kills more people. Wow, what a discovery! I mean, for me, horror movies get overgripped because so much gore and so much dumb.
Yeah, it's just lame.
It's like give me a horror. One of the few horror movies I liked was one, of course, the FNAF when it came out. I mean, yeah, it wasn't perfect, but it was. I went to go see it multiple times because I enjoyed it. But then there's Megan by Blumhouse, which I saw, which I liked. And I liked it because
That was a great film.
it wasn't about the blood and gore. There was suspense, there was thriller. So maybe it's more of that. But the point of the matter was it's sort of like what the new version of Chucky did, right? Instead of it being about, voodoo, it was about AI and how it could, all this stuff. But
Daly's being an absolute heathen there.
I've never seen the Wizard of Oz. I've seen the MH version of the Wiz though. Yeah, he probably was taking a whiz too. But 10 moments. But it was just an interesting movie. I mean, even in the FNAF one, there was gore, but it wasn't. There wasn't any more than that. There's maybe 2 or 3 scenes where there's gore, and then it's just jump scare out off screen, but your imagination. I think really horror is best left when it's your imagination that has to take over the rest of the way.
Absolutely. I've been saying that for years. Like when you show some sort of like evil creature or a demon or a ghost, and it's revealed to be exactly what you expected it to be.
Yeah.
You just sort of go, oh, it is a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess ghosts are a thing then. Sure. Great. Actually, I've got more questions for this ghost than I do anything else. I'm not scared. I want answers.
I know. I ain't afraid of no ghost.
It's like, oh my God, a werewolf that's also a vampire. Wow, what a discovery.
Tell me more about this lycanthrope that I can hear from Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm not scared. Chuck the bastard in a cage and let's study it.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the same thing with the Chucky stuff, right? It's like they made so many movies, and at a certain point, it's like your horror creation either has to take a time out for a period of time, or you just got to end it. Like they were making movies, and then later on it was TV shows, whatever. I did.
Oh my God, I just thought of something.
What?
So like in traditional vampire lore, the way to ward off a vampire is by just throwing up the cross.
Yeah.
What if you just did time out with your hands? Just shape of a T. Excuse me, Dracula. Time out.
Time out.
Time out. And that's it. He's done.
What is this? I've come to drink your blood and you tell me time out. There is no time out. I drink...
time out, you naughty boy.
No, you should have him do like the what they do for football over there. They do like yellow card.
Yeah.
What is meaning of this? Let me drink the blood. Blah.
I wanted to red card. Time out.
Time out. That's right. Time out. In the box. Go in the box. This is insanity. I can't believe it. I come here to drink blood and they throw me in penalty box.
I am the Lord of Darkness. I kill people. Not anymore, you don't, son. Time out.
Just have a movie like that. Where did this person come from? He comes, he goes, throws me a red card, and I go in penalty box to end the movie. What is this?
By Dominion, they don't turn into vampire. What is this? It's called biomedical science, sir. We have cures for everything now.
I will say though, what was that one movie? The vampire Marvel one.
What Blade?
No, not Blade. The other one with
Morbius.
Morbius. That's right. I will say though,
Morbius wasn't even my first thought, even though he's kind of a vampire.
Well, my thing was that the movie was kind of but Matt Smith was pretty good in it. I gotta say that.
You could tell he was totally feeling himself in that film.
Well,
he must have been on set for about a week, and he was like, "Man, this is gonna be shit.
Well,
I'm just gonna lean into it." And then there's that scene where he's just dancing around in front of the camera. That probably wasn't even scripted. They were probably just like, just leave it in.
Look, we can't control this man. Just he's the doctor. Just let it go. Just
He's
let
like,
it go.
bro, we don't come up with the budgets. We don't write the thing. We just film it. Do whatever you like.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
fact, just ad lib half the movie. It's probably going to be better.
yeah. Well, I mean, and at times you're like, oh yeah, that's the doctor. Yep, that's the you see his silly.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the one thing as a takeaway from that, which I was like, man, maybe I judge Matt Smith a little too harsh when he was the Doctor.
Well, and he did kind of, well, I don't know if it's at a high note, but he did kind of leave at a good note, because I mean, he was probably getting tired, and also he was in that one series, Queen Elizabeth, what was it called? He played Prince Philip, married to Queen Elizabeth. I can't remember what the show was on Netflix.
Oh, was it The Queen or something like that? Some
Crown?
sort of monarchical. Yeah, it might be it.
Something Crown. But he played
some monarchical tripe anyway.
Yeah. But he played Prince. I think it's right to say Prince Philip. He played Prince Philip, married to Queen Elizabeth, and that was probably one of the reasons why he left. But I mean, you can only play the Doctor so long. I think the only person who's ever played a Doctor the longest was Tom Baker. Hey, Yarnwich.
Yeah.
Nice to see you.
Hey, Yanni.
Right. But I think Tom Baker was the only one who played the longest, and I can't remember who was second to that. It's got to be Tennant, wouldn't it?
Well, Tennant did have quite a long run, really.
Yeah. Hey, Fatal. How are you, good sir? Well, yeah, he did. It's just I'm trying to figure out because who. We'll look it up. We'll look up. Hey, yours. All right. We'll look it up. Who was long? Who what? Who? Yeah. Who was the longest? Why did I spell that wrong? Running. Nope, I spelled that wrong too. There we go. Let's go. Everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know. Whoop! Oh, almost pressed the wrong button. All right, here we go. So, of course, Tom Baker is the longest running actor to play the Doctor in terms of time spent the role, having played the fourth Doctor from December 28th, 1974 to, so it's about 7 years. However, in terms of real-time duration for first appearance to the final episode, Jodie Whittaker surpassed David Tennant's record on July 22nd. Here are some details about the longest running Doctor. So, okay.
She had a fraction of the episodes, though.
Well, that's what they're saying. Okay, here we go. Played the role for 7 years, making the longest Doctor on screen. He's known for his eccentric personality, significant scar, and blah, blah. Held the record for the longest real-time duration in the role until Judy Week. So he was 5 years. He was 5 years.
Right.
And she was surpassed on July, final episode released before October 22nd. Oh, she was in 2.
Yeah.
2. She was on 2. Oh, I don't know how many years. Although he only appeared in one episode of the movie, he was considered the current Doctor for 9 years in the narrative timeline, making him the longest-running Doctor in terms of time spent as a Doctor, albeit not on screen. That doesn't count.
What, Paul McGann?
Yeah, Paul McGann. Not on screen is sort of a different subject altogether. Played the role.
That movie was a mess as well.
I believe it.
Don't get me wrong, I still kind of enjoy it, but it was meant as a soft reboot for the American audience, and it just didn't land.
Substantial run, though not as long as Tom Baker. So it goes from Tom Baker to David Tennant, but then there's that thing with Jodie Whittaker, which is also another thing in itself. Oh
my God, daily dysfunction.
What?
She's never seen Doctor Who either.
What?
I'm starting to reconsider this potential marriage, love.
McCann. So about 9-ish years. Yeah, but he wasn't on screen. That's the difference. He wasn't on screen. The longest and the shortest. Yeah, that's what one lady says to another man. But anyway, Tom Baker was the first, right?
Yeah.
And then it says William Hartnell.
William Hartnell, yeah.
Right. So 134 episodes, so 5 years. 5 years. John Pertwee And then Patrick. So David Tennant is 6 years. Okay. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. 2005 to 2010, that's 5 years. What? Why is it 6? Is it like 2004 to 2010? What?
Oh, it's one of those timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly things.
Yeah, so that's 6 years. But that's 47 episodes. This is weird stuff. Weird stuff. So we can all agree that Tom Baker beat it by a mile. Is what it is. And then of course you have William Hartnell, John Pertwee, and some others who are kind of in the secondary lead. Chris Ferguson was like 4 months. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, and people still want him to come back.
I think he said he wasn't going to.
For the longest time, he said he wouldn't, and that's because there was a lot of like inter-studio, behind-the-scenes shenanigans that went on. And he was on stage recently with Billy Piper.
Ooh, shit.
That's a great reaction.
Well, that's
my reaction when I see Billy Piper as well, actually.
Well, there's a connection there, though. There's a connection there to Eccleston, to Tennant, and then the Smith. Because she started in a series that Smith was starting in, but it had nothing to do with the Doctor. It was some thing. But they're all friends with her in some accordance. So you could say Billy Piper knows 3 Doctors personally.
Yeah.
And then of course you have then you have David Tennant who had one episode where he had a clone, but not a clone, but a genetic makeup of a child from him, who is in real life related to an actual doctor, not an actual doctor, but one who played the Doctor, and married her at a certain point. So he's a doctor who married a sort of copy of himself. Genetic. He's a doctor who made the Doctor's kid. He's sort of that's interbreeding right there. It's hilarious when you think about that.
Yeah, and he married her in real life, didn't he?
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking about. Is that he married Georgia something? I can't remember her last name.
I think it's probably Tennant by now.
Yeah, well, it's Tennant by now, but I can't remember. I don't know what her dad's last name is. That's the thing, is I don't remember what I think it was the 5th Doctor is who it's on, 5th or 6th. I think Capaldi is the best Doctor, but Smith was given much better stories. The ending for Capaldi's Doctor was just like a sneeze. Is basically what it was for him. Yeah, and that sort of a thing. But I think Peter Capaldi did play it well. I mean, he did want to be the Doctor, way back in the day.
Oh yeah, he's an old school Doctor Who fan as well.
Yeah, he's very old school, but he was sort of lanky. He was sort of, I've only saw bits and pieces, but he was sort of like the granddad Doctor, basically. But he wasn't.
I mean, I think in terms of appearance, looking like a lanky, odd-looking alien granddad, he's nailing it. I
mean, the daughter of his favorite Doctor is pretty. Well, yeah, but it kind of gets weird after that. Tennant's desecration of his own legacy. Yeah, that's the issue, though. And then he comes out and talking all that stuff. That's when it gets. Yeah. But my thing was. Where was that? But my thing was for Capaldi is, of course, he's actually related to a musician, Louis Capaldi.
Louis Capaldi.
Was it twice removed or something like that? I can't remember what they call that. But it was funny enough, the music video, he did have him star in one of his music videos with Louis Capaldi, which was, whatever. But I enjoyed Peter Capaldi. He did try to wear hip, like a hoodie and stuff, so he's more of a hip kind of Doctor, but he did wear old suits as well. So it's sort of this mixture of new and old with him. But I mean, it was the one interesting part to me was learning that he actually played in a band back in the day. Right?
He played in a band.
Yeah. Did you never heard that story? He was on a episode of the Craig Ferguson show, and he was actually in a band with Craig Ferguson at one point.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. It's out. The video's out on YouTube, but I'm not going to play it. But yeah, he was in a band one time, and he's actually playing the electric guitar on top of that tank.
All right, so that's what the callback is to then.
What callback from what?
Like in Doctor Who, you see him. You know, there was that opening shot where he's got his shades on and he's playing
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah, he's on top of that, and he has that tank coming in. It's like that's hilarious. It was sort of
Right.
at that point where it's like the Doctor just kind of goes off and does his own thing. Um, but yeah, that was interesting to learn, and
Yeah,
yeah,
I thought
it's
Peter Capaldi was like he was a great doctor, but I think some of the stories and the scripts and everything did kind of let him down a bit.
yeah, that's one of those things where it it it's a comedy. You could say have a great story, but you would have to go with is it a great actor playing the character in the story, right? So it's not just a great story. And what is I don't know, people's new to who actually start the beginning DVD box set start with an unlikely child. That well, I don't. I mean, yeah, you can find some of those on YouTube as well, but I mean, it's just
Yeah.
who wants to start at like the classic part. Some people like starting at the Eccleston, and then kind of going from there or whatever. I started at the Tennant part, um, but oh, where was that? Was that Peter Capaldi? But yeah, story wise, sometimes it is the stories that make it, but it's a lot of different things. You have to have the great
Yeah.
actors for it. You have to have the great stories for it. You have to have the great people who are wanting to make the stories for it. It's a lot of different moving parts, and I know people like to blame, oh, it's the stories, or it's this or that. It could be any of it, all of it, or who knows. But at the end of the day, though, I started with Tenet, and I watched that. I have majority of those episodes, and then I went back to Eccleston, and then when Matt came out, I watched some of that. I didn't like all of Matt Smith stuff because the whole River Song thing was kind of like it was a convoluted time warpish thing. Like it was traveling.
Timey-wimey.
Yeah, it's that crap. But yeah, it's just one of those things where I enjoyed some bits and pieces, but I think it was like after a few bits with Capaldi, I just kind of like no, I just don't care anymore. It's not that interesting to me, because I think even with Doctor Who, what was yours? What was yours saying? I started with Eccleston last episode. We were joined to Tennant as I'd seen Tennant and Casanova and wanted to see. Oh, that's right. I remembered that. There was a PBS. In America, we have PBS. And they were showing. No, was it PBS? I thought it was PBS, but it was saw it somewhere where he played Casanova. And I was just like, because he plays young Casanova. The older Casanova, I think, is played by another famous actor. I can't remember. But that's where I remember him seeing from was Casanova. So and yeah, but I just started with Tenet first, and then kind of went back to Eccleston, and then went to Smith, and yeah, it's one of those weird things where either you stay with it or not. Doctor Who's run so long that regardless of the break, right? Because there was that break from classic to new age, but for me, it's sort of you can only tell so many stories within that field of things before you have to do a big break like they did, right? Whether it was intentional or not.
Yeah.
Because it just you can't. It's the same thing with you see like the Shrek movies, right? You see Shrek 1, Shrek 2, Shrek 3. After you see those type of movies where they're just Peter O'Toole, that's right, Peter O'Toole, that's right. Peter O'Toole was playing the older version of Casanova. Yes, correct. But there's a point in time where movies you do as many as they do. It's like Transformer movies, right? Like you had done 3 Transformer movies and you'd have been fine, right? The live action ones, not like the Transformer 1 or whatever. But
Yeah.
there's a time and place where movies have to stop being a sequel or prequel or whatever, because eventually it gets tiring, right? Like seeing all these movies stuff. Same with the TV show, right? Eventually, MASH ended, even though outlasted the actual Korean War. Yeah, the Simpsons. Look at the Simpsons. They're way past their due.
Yeah.
Way past their due. I once heard someone call it a zombie show. Is that what they call it? Like a zombie TV series or something like that, where it's just people collecting a paycheck at a point.
Yeah, basically.
And
little known fact: MASH is in fact a sequel series.
Yeah, because there's a movie before it.
No. The series that came before it was actually called Potato. This is what you came here for, folks.
Oh, good Lord. Hey, Rumblepacker. Good Lord. The one before that was called A Seed. Goodness sake. That's what MASH means, though.
Yep.
No, that would be mashed, not mashed. Goodness sake. Yeah, that's what I signed up for. Hey. Well, first off, you were complaining about not being on. First off, let's get this clear, okay? You were complaining about not being on, and then I finally invite you on, and now it feels like I'm the one in the circus.
Yeah, I'd like to welcome everyone to Abe Chat, featuring my special guest today, Daramouthe.
Yeah.
Or as he prefers to be called, Daramouthe.
Hey, comment down there, peanut gallery. No one can see you. Yeah, look at that. Look at the disappointment you give to your people over there. Whatever. Look at that daily dysfunction. I don't know this. I see nothing. No, I am good all the same. But yeah, because I remember last time you were on here, we were making fun of names in the UK. So that was hilarious. I still will have fond memories of Stoke-on-Trent.
You can have fun memories, just don't go there.
I already did. Every time I say Stoke-on-Trent, I feel like someone's having a stroke on Trent. That's Trent. What's wrong, Trent? Someone call the doctor. Jeez. Oh goodness. But it's always fun and having people on. Yeah, because I was at work, and I was trying to potato mash. I'm like, yep. Hey, you know what? This is what you guys came for. He doesn't get to talk a lot on Tomby stuff, so he comes here and he just goes off.
Yeah, I've got to get my dad jokes out somewhere.
Yeah, dashboard. Hey Dash, how you doing? I didn't know he preferred. Thanks for the. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. It was about Doctor Who. What about Doctors? What about? Yeah. There's
exactly.
There's another
one. Nobody
with
ever hears about his cousins, do they? Dr.
Splat. I'm still reeling from that. You're welcome. That was free. The next one's gonna cost you. No, I'm just joking. That'll be $5.99. That'll be $5.99.
Yeah, send in your super chats for more crappy dad jokes.
They can't. I'm not monetized in YouTube, so there will be no super chats until I'm monetized, guys. Sorry, that's how it goes. I'm from Canada. I can get baked. Yeah, more like get syruped by your now resigned prime minister, but still, you guys got served by your prime minister. Hey, Psychotic, how are you doing, good sir? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I am not monetized. I'm monetized in Rumble though, but not monetized on YouTube. I am fortunately not awesome enough for the people to notice me well, but I will survive. I will thrive, and I will show you what I can do later on. Don't look at the man behind the curtain, please. But anyway. Squeaky, 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 squeaky. Hold on, I'm almost there. Squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Oh goodness. But anyway, guys, it is the top of the hour, or I like to call it Power Hour. That's right, you've come for the grunge. Oh, hold on. Ooh, I gotta breathe. Okay. Anyway, it is Power Hour time, and guess what that means? That means promotion time. That's right. I should just say promotion hour, but people won't come back. But anyway, it is Power Hour time, and ladies and gentlemen, what does that mean? That means we promote ourselves. Now, of course, Abe doesn't have his own channel. He just has his Twitter X. So if you want to check him out, not like that, please. Please don't let them go to your head. If you check him out too much, he'll think he's a superstar. We don't want that. Tomby doesn't want that. I'll just say that.
Think I'm a superstar? Get out of my stream.
You sit back in the peanut seats. Get back in the seats there, twist. This is gonna be like, and we don't serve more gruel there, Oliver.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
You could have some more in the trash. In the what is it, garbage or something like that. Rubbish. That's right. In the rubbish heap. Gotta remember. No. I just took a grunge. But anyway.
I'm gonna start calling it that now.
The grunge. That's right. Every time or it's the Randy Savage, right? Everyone's here to see the game and watch us play, but we're not gonna play like you want us to. Arr!
I'm always talking like I'm about to pass out.
Slap it to a Slim Jim. But call him Steve.
I'm constipated in a way you maggots can't imagine.
All right, that's it. Beth, throw this guy out. Now. Hey, he's fine. Anyway, of course, there's only this Twitter X down there, but you could see the affable Abe on Tomby's stuff and Tomby's chat. Basically, wherever you see Tomby, there he's at. Or Yarny. I know Yarny's doing her streaming stuff now, so there's that. Yarny, I'm watching. They don't come to see you. They don't come to see a lady play. They just come to see a lady.
They come to see a lady hearing a whole bunch of weird blurbs.
And some funky noises. But yes, so you can see Abe at all those places. Usually he'll pop in someone's chat once in a while, but he hasn't been in mine for a long time.
No, I've been lurking.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It's what it feels like.
Yep. Don't worry, Dara. I'm always there.
Not really. It usually is at 0 count at one point. Sounds like constipation. You know what it sounds like? It sounds like you're all in trouble. You're in my dojo now. And when you're in my dojo, you're gonna get grunged.
Daily, this is the kind of constipation that no mortal could possibly withstand.
Maybe The Rock could, though. He could possibly do it. Tommy,
possibly.
Yeah, fix my. Yeah, no, Tomby helped me with my computer issue, and luckily it was only my motherboard. Thank goodness. But I did buy a.
Only a motherboard.
Yeah, otherwise I would not be here right now. But he did buy another graphics card. It was a lot cheaper, but it was sort of like one of those things where now I have a backup graphics card just in case. But yeah, Tommy's really good with the tech stuff. So he's always a good lad, a good chap, good whatever you want to call him. Well, just call him the Army Naval Admiral something. Yeah, just call him Admiral Tomby from now on. Whenever that's what you should do. Anytime you people see Tomby, just call him Admiral Tomby. He'll get it. just say Daramouthe was trying to show appreciation. That's how he just.
Would you like afternoon, Admiral?
He's like, what the bloody hell? I'm not an admiral at all. What the hell's wrong with you? I just want to see how long you can go for. He's like, what did you do? Yes. Admiral Tomby is his name. Don't wear it out. And see what happens. Did you hear about the mathematician that had constipation? No, and I don't think I want to. But anyway, you could see him with Tombi or all a bunch of. I think you're still on Chinwag, aren't you? Haven't you?
Yep.
Okay. So he's on the Chinwag. That's Tombi's stuff. They meet once a week to huddle together to kind of solve. He worked it out with a pencil.
Mm-hmm.
I have to give a slow clap to that. That was trying to be a dad joke wrapped in a bunch of crap. But anyway. But anyway,
Yeah.
yes, you can see him with Tombi or other people's streams. Really really awesome dude, and he knows how to work it like a Polaroid picture. But anyway, for my end of
Oh
things,
yeah.
I wish I hadn't said that. But anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or whether you're on the YouTube side, guess what? Leave a like, leave a comment, or follow or repost. You can repost now on Rumble. Anything that helps with the engagement factor is much appreciated because, again, guys, of course, as always, creators want to be seen, but it also helps in having other people on as guests. Earlier today, I kind of had to have a self-talk of trying to figure out, until I started writing people's names down, I did not think my mind is so shortchanged. Like I stick with just remember a few sort of people to rely on, call on or whatever to come on. And I was like, I can't believe I have this many people that I could chat up and see if they'd like to come on. Some people don't reply back, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So any obligation factor is much appreciated because you guys make it happen. So that's both on the Rumble side and YouTube side. Thank you all so much. And if you'd like to see where else I'm at, that's right. I am everywhere else. Not everywhere, but other places. There's a link down below. Check it out. Find me at my places. And if you want to take up the opportunity to come on, like Abe, like Yarny, like Tombi, like yours later this month, and so many others, the opportunity is there. Follow the link, leave a comment on either Rumble or YouTube. Why wait? Right, guys? Why wait? So again, engagement link down below. I appreciate you all, of course. Cause smash that. There you go. Neuro is saying it. Smash that thumbs like you're gonna break it. So break it. He knows how to work it. Hey, comment down there in chat. All right, you guys getting a little too you're a little feisty in there. All right, and he does the Takai. He does the Takai.
Oh my.
No, you gotta do it like, oh my. You gotta do it like that. You gotta really get there. Because like a Family Guy, they do that pretty well. Oh my. And all that other stuff. Following Jin. There you go. Thank you, Neuro. I appreciate that. But yeah, how's Chinwide been going? I haven't been able to stop by her. I did once, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, it's been going pretty well. We've been doing it for half a year now.
That's
crazy how time flies like that.
Look, I've been doing this. I had Corinthon earlier this year, and we were talking about when we first met. And when I first met was when I was invited on Aussie Overlord stream when he was doing like one episode of getting to know people, right? He was doing it to try to pay back and all the stuff. He hasn't done it since, but that's where I met her on. It was with her, me, and then Outpost Nerd was the other person on there. And that was over 8 months ago. And I'm just like, what the hell?
Wow. Yeah.
Just like, what the hell? And it's just one of those things when you start kind of looking back, because I've looked back at, I was trying to write the names down because I was doing so here's what I was doing just to show out I was up to. Presentation, need to go to the website. Gosh dang, man. Don't beat up your mic like that. Here we go. So this is what I was trying to make. Trying to find, people's names and all this stuff because I got a lot. And as far as I've looked, now these are people I know who would respond back. They've already been blocked by one person, so it's probably more than that. But that's so far as many entries I've counted. I'll recount total, but yeah, so that's a lot of people. And I did this because this is for Dara's Hangout Den because obviously I'm trying to cross-pollinate people with other people like I did with Hanayama-sama, GAFG, and Happy Mars, that sort of thing. And then, of course, maybe Rumble Squared, but I want to keep that as open as possible. There we go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a good idea. Bringing
I-
together like people that either don't know each other
yeah.
or have got completely different sets of skills or whatever.
Yeah, that's where I had Tombi, Panda Sub, and Alpha Zero on because they had similar things, um, but yeah, there needs to be more of that crossover of whether you're a creator or not because I get a lot of content creators get stuck with inviting other content creators on. I mean, a majority of people I've had on are content creators, but there's also that nice break of getting beyond that point because. There's that surprise of you don't know somebody until they're willing to take up the opportunity to talk. Like you, of course, Zora and Demonic Rebellion and so many others who are not creators. Oh, hey, what's up, Bob? Who are not creators, and it's just sort of that thing where there needs to be more crossover of people. Everyone should create content. Well, yes, but everyone can't make a living off it. That's the thing is everyone should create content, but not everyone's going to make a living off it. And majority of people want to make a living off it. So I would hold on to that thought. But still having the crossover with previous guests, because that's all Dara's Hangout Den is going to be. It's just going to be for previous guests and people who become guests later down the road, because it's not going to be open for everyone. That's the one thing I want to keep with that is for previous guests of DaraChat. Rumble Squares could be open for everyone. DaraChat's open for everyone, but Rumble Dara's Hangout Den will be open for just previous guests only because I didn't see a lot of other people doing that, and I was just like, why not? And it doesn't have to be other creators too.
Yeah, why not?
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, live search. That's what I'm trying to do with inviting other people on. Everyone has good something and everyone has a story. Yeah. But it's always the scheduling matter, and it's always asking people, because my issue comes into, some people, as far as I don't try to do like a whole month in advance, but maybe like a few weeks. Some people don't know what's going to happen next week because of work and stuff. So I'm kind of stuck at this thing where, I have to do all this. What is you're saying? Every show I've done recently has been as a guest on someone else's show. I need to pull my finger out and get back to make. Yeah, and I understand that. I've not been invited to many shows. I mean, I know I'm invited back to like Roger Ryan's show and of course Tombi's, but even then I don't have time because I'm almost doing every day sort of thing.
Yeah.
Except weekends because I'm
we actually had him on the Chinwag just gone by.
Who?
Iris.
Oh, is that how you say it? Urs?
I don't know, because when I first saw the name, I assumed it would be the Welsh pronunciation of Reese.
I just say yours because that's why yours or something like that. Or just say Rhoda because I think he was trying to say.
Yeah, Rhoda's a lot easier.
Rhoda.
No one's gonna mess that up.
Yeah, Rhoda, or YR or something like that. But yeah, hey Adam, look, there he is with a martini in his hand.
Nice.
And also Miss Barb's gonna be on later this month too, so everyone look for that. But yeah, scheduling is still a big thing to me, but I'm gonna try some things to like less stress on myself because I don't have to fill up these days, but I want to, because like Live Search was saying, there's a lot of different people out there with something to say, and it's all about scheduling and timing and if they're willing to take up the opportunity, because not a lot of people do, or because of me using
Iris. Yeah.
Iris. Okay, well, I'll do Iris. Iris. Okay, Iris. All right, we'll do that. Iris Rhoda. Sounds like a flower, to be honest.
Or a question.
Or a question. Or a pre-irritation. Iris. Before it gets irritating. But Babs is going to be on. Oh, you mean Barbara? Yes, Barb's going to be on. I thought you mean like Blabs. Well, that was different. But yeah, there's some people where you try to get, trying to get attention on like Twitter X, because that's where I do majority of stuff.
I first read that as Bob's.
Bob's. Oh yeah.
Bob's going to be on. Well, I'll be right there.
Bob's.
Welcome
Bob,
to Dara's Bob's chat.
All right.
Ladies only.
Everyone to the left. Go to the right, and everyone to the right. Go to the left. All right, you good? All right, split in half. Right. Now get out of here. I don't care. But yeah, so it's always still a sort of struggle in trying to get people on. But I mean, with the pay it forward, and of course people who are follow certain people or whatever, I can go through those avenues. It's just scheduling and timing. And luckily, I have a big pool of people I can um, grasp onto. What? Oh, there he is. Oh, it didn't show up. Hello, Jack Tarlad. How are you doing, good sir? It's nice to see you. But you didn't show up here, so.
Hey, Jack.
But it's just it's everyone has a schedule, everything has timing, and of course, it is what it is. But I'm still gonna keep trying to do it because at the end of the day, as I said before, there's something here that I just didn't see a lot of other people do. So, hey, there we go. There's Jack Tarlad, right there. It's a man of mystery and caps, and well, actually looks like a cabbie. To be honest, when he wears the hat, I think he's a cabbie. So. Oh, where would you like to go, lad? Reading Rainbow, I guess. I don't know. But
have you spoken to Jack about his hobby of creating fragrances?
Oh, he's a fragrant maker now. Oh, I see.
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, he's a man of many talents.
Yeah, well, I know a few of those talents, but I'm not going to talk about it. I'll let him do that. Hi, Jack. DW.
That sounds ominous.
I'll let him talk it. No, I have to do. And I'll let him talk about it.
Jack Tarlad does the best impression of everyone ever.
I don't know about that. He does a good American accent, but I still think, are you from the deep South or are you from like Texas South? You don't need to know where I'm from. You just need to know I'm from there. He doesn't do that.
Lol.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying this thing, and of course, but the other ones are kind of hard to get across because there's a lot of people to try to get for that. Rumble Squared especially is going to be interesting, but I'm looking forward.
Jack's just clarified there. He makes smells.
Look, just because you fart does not mean you make smells. Okay, come on. Get that.
But if you're Gwyneth Paltrow, you can capture it in a bottle and sell it as part of your Goop brand.
What would Jack call his candle brand? He'd probably call it cock and balls.
Yep. Yeah, I can imagine.
I sometimes create fragrances, but at my age, to be careful with that. Look, all I have to do is eat a bunch of eggs, and I'm already creating a lot of fragrances. You don't want to be there. Oh man, that's too funny. But no, I just gotta one, get the people's names down like that wheel I created, and then just keep on trying to, because if you were to look at my Twitter DMs, it'd be a mess because there's so many. There are so many people. There's too many.
I think there should be a new anime series called Guest Note, where you've got a special book where you just write somebody's name in, and they have to come on the show. Then they've got no choice.
I wish if that was true, I'd have Nerderotics in here in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
No. Ooh, I don't know about that. But yeah, there's some people I'd like to have on. It's just when you're that high up there. What?
The Jack and his French there.
Is he behaving?
Parel Param. That's what Iris was responding to. You
know what, Steve? It's nice to see you here, but sometimes it can be so hard. But no, yeah, it's definitely, what is it? It's January. And how many months since last April? So the 4th.
a number.
So 8 months. So it's been about 9 months doing this sort of almost full month thing. Holy crap.
God damn.
Holy crap. But I didn't think I'd be doing that. Instead of Piff, use the money to pay a big name. No, I'm not going to do that. Because at a certain point, I'd be unable to afford it. And if I have to pay for someone to be on, then it's not worth it.
Yeah, it's kind of like digital prostitution at that point, isn't it? You know, if
Yeah.
someone doesn't want to be on your show,
Why would I pay them?
Why would you want them on the show?
Yeah. If you're willing to come on my show for free and the crossover and kind of do this whole conversational aspect, which is more the humane side, then why would I invite? I mean, there are bad actors out there. Why would I invite bad actors? It doesn't make any sense. Abe is not behaving. Just a guess. You should say just a guess.
LOL.
Yeah, no, I was looking at. So when I was bringing up the Aussie Overlord video, you know what? I'm gonna find it. Hold on, I'm gonna show you. So I was bringing up. I gotta find Aussie over.
Yeah, but Jack, as you and I both know, these sticky notes represent every single one of Dara's victims.
No, they do not.
This is the wall of remembrance.
Lies. You are a house of lies. Let me find it. Come on, where you at?
I'm on a stream with Dexter right now.
Hey, I'm looking at stuff. All right, here we go. So here's my stream with. This was on his show, by the way, and the funny thing is that when I was on as a guest, I was up first, just between me and him, for 45 minutes. The other guests didn't get that much time. I was like, because it was just me and him one-on-one for like 45 minutes. But anyway, this is 8 months ago, right? So this was in, it doesn't give a date. It was April 21st, 2024. So 8 months ago. That was my wall back then.
Another lifetime ago.
Oh yeah. That was a long time ago. But yeah, so 8 months ago, that's what my wall is now. Now look at it. It looks like a sea of colorful names, and it's more colorful too. So thank you all for that.
I just want to know what you did with all the bodies.
The same as you do with those bodies. Not very much. Dexter. Oh goodness sake. Goodness sake. Now each one just says Joe Hendry. Look, you need to get your glasses, young lady. That's not what they say. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. Good Lord. Thank you, Mr. Dash. But yeah, so that's where I was 8 months ago. And again, I was on. And it's just funny to kind of go back over that because this is where I met Corinth and all that stuff. But like she was telling me, I was on between me and Aussie. I was on with him for like 45 minutes. And you can tell he's woke up because he has a bed and stuff. But anyway, done sharing that. But yeah, that was over 8 months ago. And it's interesting to kind of look back and stuff. But here I am in sort of like the 9th month of doing this. And the biggest introspective to learn from it is that a lot of people have some similar tastes and dissimilar tastes, of course. But
yeah,
having a conversation isn't that hard once you start getting to know how to do it, right? It's not like there's not like a formula. It's just a natural occurrence over a period of time, right?
Well,
like
I think actually that's one of the ways in which people can go wrong. Like if you're not very good with interpersonal communication, they think, okay, well, if I like memorize how to do this, and then it becomes like a very robotic thing. But that's not what conversation should be. I mean, it's different if you've got a conversation or a discussion involving a lot of people in which structure is required.
Yeah.
That's different. But if it's just you talking to someone else, just let it flow.
Yeah, because there was something I saw, like even if you don't know what to talk about, if you just bring in like a piece, like little post-it note things with like questions on it, if you start with a question, that can lead to someplace. I mean, yeah, I know people say like this is an interview show or whatever, but I've always stated it as a conversational show. Yes, I ask questions. Great. I can be asked questions too. The point is it's not an interview show. I'm not here to interview somebody. I'm here to converse with somebody, because the point of the matter is anyone can do, anyone can do a conversational show, but almost everyone does an interview show. I'm not here to interview you. When you talk to me, right? When you talk to me and we hit on something in the conversation, it's going to come out in a natural means, right? Unless you're just on here BSing me the whole time, then I'll be like, oh, so you were a pilot back in the day. Yeah. Yeah. You know what, Live Search, I don't give a rat's behind. If these people want to charge for the time, that's great, but for me, I wouldn't.
Did I read that point right? 48,000?
48,000. Yep. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't if people want me to come on their show, that's great. I mean, respect the time and all, but I wouldn't charge them money for having me on. That's ridiculous.
No.
That's ridiculous. No. Even if you're a high-end content creator, I get, you need to make money to live or whatever. But if you've got followers and all that stuff, why? Why if you got other places where your revenue is coming from, you don't need to be paid by someone to come on their show. Fudge that. Yeah. I wouldn't pay. I mean, I'd have to probably pay Joe Rogan, but I wouldn't pay anyone to come on my show. If I have to pay for someone to be on my show, then they're just not going to be on my show. It doesn't make sense to do that. You know
what? I don't think you would. I don't think Joe Rogan really cares that much about money.
Well,
it's like if you just became interesting enough of a figure for you to sort of be a blip on his radar, he'd probably just get you on.
That's the other thing too, is you have to be interesting enough for him to invite you on.
Yeah.
Right. I don't. Like I've had, he's saying 30 minutes of his time is worth 40,000. Well, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Get your bag, boo. Get your bag. But what was I? But yeah, it destroys the authenticity when you have to pay someone to be on your show. I get it. Time is money. I get all this stuff. But if you just say, I can only be on an hour, if the other person you're inviting on, right, just as an example, if the other person you're inviting on, and they say, I can only be on an hour, right, because that's whatever. Yeah. Hey, Toasty. How are you?
Hey, Toasty.
I believe in Joe Hendry. No, Jack. Joe Hendry believes in you.
That's the beauty of Joe Hendry.
But it reminds me of that one MASH episode where it was Tuttle, Captain Tuttle. But getting back to my point, if you have to pay someone to be on your show, then it destroys authenticity right off the bat.
Yeah,
because they're not. How are you? Oh, he's talking to Toasty. But how are you going to have someone on that you have to pay for? Like, I get if they're flying in, right, for the housing or whatever, that's fine. But if you're paying them to come on your show, other than like the necessities of like where they need to sleep and stuff, then it just destroys the authenticity, because what you bring up some cards and talking points and that's it. I mean, you as a creator of sorts, if you're in a space where your people want to come on, right? They are enticed by how you speak, like Craig Ferguson, right? There were a lot of people who wanted to come on Craig Ferguson's show, celebrities, of course, but there were a lot of people who wanted to come on Craig Ferguson's show because he just had that personality, because he had that of what he did and stuff. If you have someone like that and people want to come on your show, that's great. Oh, thank you. Been here, but missed everything. Got stuck on the phone. Oh, that's okay. Thank you for being here, and thank you for that. I appreciate that. Well, now I gotta hold on. Now I gotta write it down. Hold on. Okay.
We have a name of a new victim.
She's already had her name up there before, so it's okay.
Oh, she's gonna get done twice.
Never. All right, there you go. Right there, Rumble Quacker. 40, yeah. I'm not interested in becoming that person we have to pay or have to pay to have on, because at that point,
this is why I've got such respect for Gary, because even though he's got probably the biggest, geek channel on YouTube, he still goes to all sorts of random people's channels just as long as it's a topic that he's interested in.
See, that's another thing too. Is like I probably don't speak on things that he's interested in. Which is another, because I did try emailing him, but it is what it is. But again, I'm
when you email him, it's actually his missus, Melissa. She's the one who takes care of all that sort of stuff.
So do I say Mrs. Neurotic instead of Mr. Neurotic?
Just say hi, Gary and Melissa, something like that.
Well, I don't want to say their first names because we're not on a first name basis. So
she doesn't get anywhere near the sort of credit that she really should do.
Well, yeah, that's understandable. I'll try again at a certain point, but it's not a first name basis because I don't know that well enough. But I mean, I just tried to say like this is the numbers and stuff because I don't, when you're trying to do someone that's considered big like neurotic, you have to give the things of enticement of why should they come on your show, because otherwise it's just whatever. I mean, even if he doesn't, I'll still keep trying because why not?
Yeah.
Once in a lifetime, But same with the other content creators. Like the hardest thing is trying to get their attention to say, would you at least consider the opportunity? Because it is, for me, it's an opportunity, and for them, it's opportunity because this is a crossing path situation where it might not have happened before or whatever, and just widening the gap of having conversations. Will it happen? I don't know. I mean, I had Nita Infinity on, which was great. I hope that happens again because it's just...
Yeah, I actually missed that one live. I was kicking myself.
You could have been in there talking to her, like smooth talking to her, and I'd be like, Abe?
No. Oh, she'd recognize my name.
Right. But it's like I didn't invite her on because she was big, because I had like Thomas Connor Jr. from Midnight's Edge, but it's not because she was big. It's because I did follow her for some time, but it's because she's someone I've followed for quite some time. But it's sort of like, why not try? Well, yeah, she's big or whatever, but that's not the point why I invited her on, is to have conversation, and hopefully it gets to happen again. But it's just one of those things where when you get to a certain point, it gets hard on that dealing out of time because everyone wants you. Craig was a blast. Craig who? Craig was a blast. I don't remember whose name was Craig.
Craig Ferguson.
Oh, Craig Ferguson. There we go. Well, I mean, Jack Tarlad helped me with getting Shaggers on, so that was something. He did.
Yep.
Yeah. Give me a second. Yes, 21st, yours, Iris, 21st. But no, I've got to try that meal again, but I'll just do the Gary.
Boy, Gary, come on my show, you bastard.
Yeah.
Love from Dara.
Yeah. Who knows? But again, it wouldn't be about the numbers. It'd just be like, oh, I get to talk to Neurotic. Someone who is presented as someone who's hard to reach, but then he comes on here and it's like, oh, he's not that hard to reach at all. You probably can't do it that much, but he's just another.
Yeah, he is pretty strapped for time, from what I understand.
Yeah, he gets strapped, I'm sure. But anyway.
Well, he's in Texas now, so he's definitely strapped at all times.
Someone's strapping him. But it's just one of those things where it's worth a try, right? Like you keep trying.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I say with made a list on Dara's Hangout Den, saying of people I would like to try to have on, and I'll definitely try. Blabs I've tried, Big Mike I tried, no response. For Big Mike, I did get a response, but it was just a like, and that was it. So, and that's where I know that I have to kind of, build that credibility or whatever, or name recognition, because people can dismiss you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do the name recognition by just going to like this person hire here, this person hire. No, there's a whole field of people I can get to, and you get a wider range with just almost everyone, rather than just going up a ladder of content creation thing of sorts. The field is more open when you're on the ground floor, basically.
Yeah.
I'm not interested in. Maybe.
If you've got like 1 million subs or 10, if you're interesting, you're interesting. If you've got something to say, you've got something to say.
Word.
So all of that sort of stuff doesn't and shouldn't really matter.
Yeah, but it in a way it does, because that's how it works for majority of this sort of thing, where
Well,
you're
to
trying.
the algorithms, it certainly matters, unfortunately.
Well, that and the communication on Twitter X, right? Like
Yeah.
I could say I could DM like my nerdy home and be like, hey, I do this thing. Would you be interested in coming on? And I could get silence because either can't be seen, not big enough, or whatever. It's just or not sure of the person and all that stuff. And I'm just like, well,
Yeah.
let me show you. I'm like Willy Wonka. Let me show you this world.
Come with me,
And
and
you'll
you'll be
no,
in
and you'll
a
see for
world of pure trash on X. Because
oh, hey, whoa, hey, you can't call my stuff pure trash next. Hey, come on.
oh no, I'm talking about everything else on Twitter. It's the cesspool Reddit aspires to be.
Well, and yeah, and what was it? Who was there was someone making points on about Reddit. I think there was like Elon or whatever. Like, you really sure you want to do that? I have a lot to say and nothing at all to say. No, yeah, you have a lot to say. All right, you have a lot to say. Don't give me that crap. I know you have a lot to say.
No, I think I know what he's trying to get at, though, because I'm exactly the same. It's like, if you bring something up, I've probably got something to say about it, but I don't really have a point. It's like, I don't walk into a conversation with an agenda.
Well,
I just want to talk to someone.
neither do I. Well, I mean, the
Yeah.
agenda is the conversation itself, but I mean, beyond that point is whatever comes out of it is whatever comes out of it, right?
Yeah.
Like I've always stated that in a conversation, it can be like mining for gold. Some people are harder than others.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jack knows those few, but when you can find that nugget of gold, it can go for miles, depending on how long you want to go. Because I used to go for longer, but I realized I have a full-time job, and there's a good stopping point.
But it's like you remembered. It was like, oh shit, I've got a job, haven't I? I should probably go do that at some point.
I get something that pays my bills. This doesn't pay my bills. Actually, it takes
Yeah.
more money from me because I do the pay it forward, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand. I know there's a lot of people who I've had that conversation with a few people where it's like, I'm anxiety ridden. I don't know what I would say. I don't know what importance I would bring up. Like, you do understand who you're talking to, right? When people say they don't feel like they'd have nothing good to say or whatever, I say try me first. First of all, I would say try me, not like that, but I would say you don't know me, so try me first, and then kind of go from there, because people don't know until they do. Maybe they tried before and thinking that was it, but until you get to the point where it's not successful, you have to meet the right person to do that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I've handled people that were so hard it felt like an iceberg, and I was just chinking away at ice with a wooden stick.
Yeah, you were stood at the top of the iceberg, looking down at poor Jack drowning in the water, with Rose, who clearly had way more space on that pissing door than she said she did. And you're like, man, I wish I was Jack right now.
Wait, you say you would like to be jacked right now? Oh my gosh, Abe. Well, you with muzzles? That'd be weird.
No, jacked off. That's very different, Dara.
Hey, whoa, hey. Calm down now.
I want to become huge jacked man, which can mean so many things.
With claws.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's trying to keep the authentic humbleness with trying to reach people who would like to get on or whatever. I mean, even if it was some person who's considered a celebrity, treating them like they're just a regular person. Well, not a regular person, but just a person in general. That can keep within the margins of getting your head too big, as they call it, being an airhead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just at this point it's just name recognition, and I think that's the only thing. I mean, I could say, oh, the followers and all this stuff, but really those numbers are just part of that ordeal. If aliens landed tomorrow and demanded to speak to the least competent leader on Earth, which politician would you nominate, and why would they be perfect for the job? A sea turtle. There you go. There's my answer. Where's Celine Dion when you need her? She's in parking, waiting to exit the stage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she had a gig on tonight.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. She had a gig on, all right. Eh, maybe you should keep. Maybe you should let her stay there and finish out the show so she can get paid. Next thing I know, it's like, God dang it. Well, and again, I just enjoy doing this process. Also, it's just there's got to be some things where I take that mental stress of worry of like not being able to fill a day, or fill the monthly shows, because that's always a worry in my head, like filling Dara's Hangout dinner, because I've had people cancel on it. I've had people not show up. There was yeah. No, great. Yeah. No, you just stay back there. Stay back there. Thanks, Jack. Thanks. No, I appreciate all you do, Jack. Thanks for that. Really.
Yeah. Yeah, nice to see you again, Celine.
No, yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I hear she's an avid fan.
she's gonna be a fan. Oh no, wait. How should I put this? She's gonna be an avid fan of a fan in about a second. Almost. I had it almost there. But yeah, I can't believe I've been doing the whole full month thing for 9 months, and then doing just this since like May of 2023. It's insane, but slowly but steady, I guess. But it is. It has been. There have been times where it's kind of look at other people's numbers and like, okay, whatever, I'm just not there yet. But it's something I kind of have to get over, because it's not about those things. It's about the conversational aspect. Because I didn't do this stuff to live up to those number standards, even though I use the tagging system for my stuff to be seen and all that. I didn't do this stuff to be at that point. I did it because I just again didn't see it elsewhere. And when you're an adult in life and you find that thing.
Yeah, I'll get there one day, mate.
Are you talking to Jack?
No. I'm just saying I'll become an adult one day.
Wasn't talking about that.
When I grow up, dear Dara, when I grow up, I want to be just like you.
Did you take your Flintstone tablet yet? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, and I'm not brushing my teeth either.
You get right back in there, Twist. You get right back in there.
You little bar steward, you.
Can I have some more? So you wish you could have some more, you little pike. But yeah, it's just gotta. I don't know. It's difficult at times, but the difficulty is in whether you can rise to the challenge or not. Because if you can't, then you end up being like those content creators that get burned out or whatever. But if you can, something in maybe one day. Oh, that's right. That's where I was at. No, it's the sort of thing when you're an adult and you're trying to find that thing that you want to do for the rest of your life, right? You're trying to wander through different things, you go through different jobs and all this stuff, and then you come to this thing, right? And I still have my full-time job, but I come to doing this thing over different stuff, and all of a sudden I'm like, that's the thing, right there. That's the thing, and I just can't see myself doing anything else for that. It's just I can't. Yeah. I'm here now. I'm here in this thing, and there's a world in this thing. There's a huge world in this thing. It's big as the universe, they say, and I just can't walk away from that, because what does that mean? Is I found this thing, that as people would talk is like wanting to do for the rest of their life, and I walk away from it because I'm not big enough, or the name's not big enough, or whatever. Look, if you really want to know, I won't. Let's see. There you go. He's not going to be an adult. Iris is not going to be an adult. But, I mean, right now, if you were to look up my show name on Google, you'd find it. But I'm not going to tell you where it lands on the list. Just go look it up. All right, here's homework for you kids. Here's homework for you. I did this because they tell you not to look yourself up. My name is going to be confused. Yeah, they tell you not to look. When you're a content creator, they tell you not to look your name up. No. I did my name.
Didn't you cover this like a few episodes ago as well?
Did I?
You did it on stream, yeah.
No,
Long-term viewers will know what he's talking about.
I didn't. I don't think I showed it. Did I?
Mm-hmm.
I might have talked to somebody else. I can't remember. But yeah, it's not the name because that gets confused with. It's funny. It gets confused with the college called Dartmouth.
Yeah.
You know what? That's probably why people confuse me for Daramouthe is because of Dartmouth.
Yeah.
Some people, their reading habits.
But that's the thing, they say Dartmouth. They don't say Dartmouth.
All right. Well, you win that one, good sir. But yeah. So I'll see where this things go. But I found my thing. I feel like I found my thing that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Adam Gray's got it. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Bravo, sir. He remembers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found my thing. I want to continue doing it. It's just getting over the personal growing pains of doing this. You know how it goes.
As Green Day once said, before they become preachy assholes, it's something unpredictable, but in the end, it's right. I hope you had the time of your life.
Wow. I'm surprised you didn't bring up Wonderwall. That would probably been better.
Wonderwall, really?
Someday you will find me standing in the landslide. My champagne supernova. I think that's how the word goes.
Yeah, I think I'd actually prefer to take advice and listen to Green Day than to Mancunian meth heads. I'm good.
Please tell us more of your wisdom, Abe. What else should we listen to? What more parcel wisdom do you have for us as mere mortals?
Have you ever heard of clowncore?
No. Is that like a college for clowns?
No, it's a rather curious style of music, but it's actually the name of a band as well.
That's Champagne Supernova. Yes, I know. Gosh, will you just let go, Iris? Come on. Sorry, Ned. Sorry. But what is it? What is it again? The
clowncore.
Clowncore, and that's not a clown college. It's something else.
Yep, it's a band.
Clown. Is that like a juggalo thing?
Oh no, these are perhaps the kind of people that juggalos aspire to be, but fail every time.
Is it American musical duo? It's composed of two anonymous artists who wear clown masks. Oh. Okay, so they're anonymous clowns. Here's the website. So I'm guessing this is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Give us money and buy stuff. Wow. Real interesting there. No, I didn't need to see that.
One of their most profound lyrics is all of my turds go straight to hell.
flush to hell.
A small gift for the darkness itself.
ICP? No, ICUP. There you go. Try that one on for size. Core or core? It's core with an E, not with a P, with an E. Goodness sake. Clowncore has massive savings in transportation when touring. The band all fits in one small car. Yes, because it's only two people and a few instruments. It's only two people. Would you like to hear our trumpet sound?
But that's the great thing. What Jack's getting into there is that if they were to expand the band to like 20 members, they'd still all fit in the same car.
The clown car. I get it now. I was a little behind there. Sorry, I'm an American. Someone's going like, what does it have to do with anything? It doesn't have to do anything with nothing, but look over there, there's an elephant. What? Dash. But no, that's interesting to know. Now for ICP, now there's a name band. There you go. ICP. What do you call your name band? ICP. What? Weird.
Oh, right. That sounds like a rip-off of our tribute band
Uh,
to the Sixth Sense. I See Dead People.
no. It's based off the ripped off band Uranus. It's more like your Uranus. It's like, who names their band that? It's a planet. Duh.
See, now I kind of want to see a clowncore.
Yeah.
Like that's what they should call their fans. So like a really fucked up Green Lantern Corps,
Oh goodness.
but they all just turn up in like wigs and clown costumes.
Oh, you can do like a Via for Vendetta thing again. Come on, guys.
Maybe.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Next thing you know, you're all under lock. Well, actually, you already went through that. Never mind. Who ripped Uranus? Hey, the sun did. That's who. The sun did.
Mhm.
That's right. That's. Do you ever think when someone named it Uranus, they're like, this makes for a good name. This is pretty awesome. And then people years later is like,
Yeah, these are my children. Uranus, butthole, arse crack.
Half moon. Oh goodness.
Yeah, and of course, full moon is the favorite child.
I see a full moon horizon. Ha, ha! Oh goodness. Oh man, I'm gonna laugh myself to sleep. That's for sure. But yeah, they can call themselves the Clown Core. Look, at this point, it's getting too ridiculous. I'm gonna be like Monty Python. So this is getting too ridiculous. Do the next script. Do the next script. Get over there. And now for something completely different. Birds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
That's
just
pretty much how it goes.
So it'd be like, what birds? It's like, you'll find out. Just look at the sky. What part are you in? I'm in a state. Well, we call them states here. I don't know what you call your things in the UK, but we call them states, and it's called Indiana, or the corn state for some people. But I am in Indiana. But I know prefecture, null places. I don't know what they call your things over there. I don't know what they call like the certain sections. Like, is it still cities now? Are they still call them cities, or what do they call those things? Like counties? Is it county? Is what it is?
We've got counties that are part of regions.
Okay, I'm asking an English person what the thing is called over in their area, and I get a very quiet point, and then it's like, oh, now he's gonna tell me. No,
Well,
okay.
so what exactly do you want to know?
What do you call? So we have states, we have cities, we have states, we have counties. What do you call yours?
Right. Well, it's a little complex because the United Kingdom
You guys.
is just an absolute mess in terms of its organizational structure.
Yeah.
So it's actually comprised of 4 different countries.
Mhm. Yes. Well,
England,
Ireland.
Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland.
Yes.
Then you've got the Irish Republic, which isn't part of the UK, but is part of a number of treaties in regards to trade and defence and things like that.
Yeah.
Then within each of those countries, they each have their own separate regions. And then within the regions, you have counties, and you've got boroughs. Then you've got parish areas.
Parish?
Yeah. Yeah, like church-operated infrastructure.
Goodness.
And then you've got local councils. Yeah. So it's a complete mess.
It is. That is a complete mess. I believe the war is still ongoing. I don't know what war you're talking about. I haven't invaded over there yet. No states? No, Indiana is a state. No, but you're probably asking them if they call it a state. No, so the counties, and boroughs is what Iris says. I mean, it just seems a long way of going down from state, what we call a state, down to local like a local community or whatever. You have state, you have cities, and then you have the counties within those cities or outside those cities, and then you have, I think, local. But I don't. I mean, it's a weird thing for you between two different places. Try and learn here today, kids. We're going to learn a little about the UK, and it's going to be confusing. But once you get past the first point, there's Jammy Dodgers and some nice tea for you. So there's that.
Well, I mean, the monarchy's got to come up with some new way to obfuscate democracy itself, haven't they? So,
what is monarchy but a man with a crown that can be torn down?
yeah.
Basically at that point. But anyway, I believe I don't know what you're still talking about the live. I don't know what war you're still talking about though. I don't know. Here we go. Dash is explaining it. State, county, city, or town. There we go. That's 3-4 step right there. We made it easy for you guys. And cities, and towns, and villages, and hamlets. It really is a mess. Yeah, it is a mess.
Yep.
That's like ye old England didn't grow up. Goodness sake.
No, because you've even got places like Manchester and Liverpool and London that are basically mini city-states in and of themselves who have their own mayors.
Yeah.
And sometimes the mayors of those cities have more powers than some of the other countries within the UK.
Man, if only you guys could like revamp your rules a bit to kind of work. That just seems like a lot of work to even have a functioning society. Goodness.
It's a lot of work to pretend that you're a democracy.
It's a lot of work to pretend you're a country at all. Goodness sake. I mean, I can go for any place, though. Cities can even have boroughs within them. Look, at this point, I'm just waiting for someone to say there's a borough hole, and they're just hiding in there. Yeah. Yeah, the UK is in a right state at the moment. It's a mess. It's basically what it is. And then Jack says the equivalent of a state would be a country. U.S. Union is made up of states. The UK Union is made up of countries. Gotcha. Okay. Thank you, Teacher Jack, for your equivalency and the ability to not dissolve.
Simplify for an American audience.
Simplify
basic concepts.
Simplify to its basic concept. Yes. And all that stuff. But stuck farmer? What? Stuck farmer? What is that? I don't know what a stuck farmer is. And it's almost time. With that. But yeah, no, it's always interesting to learn this stuff. But man, you guys have it worse because it's a lot more complicated. Even though it's just as messy in the U.S., it's still a lot more complicated going from country to boroughs and all that stuff. Good Lord. And you done yourself right into that borough hole, right? Right. Yep. 68. What? UK population is only 68 million. Texas alone has 30.31 million. Wow. Didn't know that. So it's like half.
Well, something that freaks Americans out as well is just how small the UK actually is.
Well, I know it's pretty small, but I mean, how I would think it probably fits in the US. I would think.
Oh yeah, dozens and dozens of times over.
Jeez, ow. Be like, hey, what's
and yet we've still got that many people.
He's like, it'd be like, hey, what's Ireland doing over in Arkansas? What the hell?
Yeah, exactly.
Stuck farmer. Oh, no, Jack, I'm not gonna pull that up. Our corrupt prime minister is called a starmer. Oh, okay. I didn't get it.
Yeah, he's just terrible. Labour have been in power for a few months, and they're already one of the most unpopular governments in history.
Listen. I know you guys don't have the weapons, but here's a little history for you. Tar and feather solves a problem. If you're able to. Yes, the UK is like the size of one of our states. Oh, really? Smaller than Texas? Holy crap! I thought it'd be at least as big as Texas, well, at least a collection of. But man, that's a lot.
Oh God, no! No, I think the UK can fit into Texas alone multiple times.
Goodness sake! All right, kids, we've learned a lot today. I'm a little scared myself. I'm about to crap my pants. But oh goodness, if they got nuclear salami, I'm sure a lot of people would like a lot of places nuclear salami, but tsunami, ugh. But
I
anyway,
mean, nuclear salami, I'm totally down for.
don't eat it. Don't eat it. It's
A
bad.
tsunami, hell no.
No, no tsunami. But it makes for great waves, and this board is 1K miles, is 1,000 miles wide. Wow, I didn't know that. I'm learning stuff today about my own country. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Definitely smaller than Texas. Wow, really? Wow. Well, how many square miles? All right. I'm gonna ask the chat. How many square miles is the comparison of the UK total versus Texas? Show me, guys. Show me what you do. Show me your knowledge. What's the square root? What's the square feet? What's the square roomage or whatever it is called of the UK versus Texas?
The United Kingdom is about 2.8 times smaller than Texas.
You need to get. Hey! It's called not having enough money, not having enough time. Okay, maybe one day when I make it big and I get lots of money, I'll do that. But right now, I'm a poor man, and gas costs me a lot of money plus groceries. So we're all pining for something. But what'd you say the answer was again?
It's 2.8 times smaller than Texas alone.
Ooh, live search 94,000 square miles versus 94,000 square miles or 244,000 square kilometers. Wow, metric. I sleep in my truck.
Texas is roughly 680,000 square miles.
Woo! God dang! Holy crap! Oh my gosh, that is you. when someone says that the UK acts like a wheelie, they mean it. Oh goodness. Okay, 200. So it's 269,000 square miles. Wow, I'm learning a lot. But then again, that's information since I don't live there. I mean, even that's not information that's important for my daily life. So there's that. Something we learned today. Okay, kids, it is time to wrap up. It is past a bit the 2-hour mark of Power Hour Time. So Power Hour Time has come again, and guess what? We're gonna promote ourselves. So of course, you know Abe. Abe, that's your cue when you say something. Say something.
Hey. Welcome to Abe Chat.
Oh gosh, you give someone the
special guest, special guest Daramouthe.
Oh, good.
Or Daramouthe, as he prefers.
No. I'm gonna call you Abba at this point if you keep that up.
Well, there are other areas of the internet in which they already call me Abby.
Abby, yep. Hey, Abby, how's it going?
Yeah.
But then if you add road to that, it just changes it. Ugh. That's why they call it the land of the free, because you guys have space for packed in like sardines. Well, you know what? Some of you are trying to come over because your country is crap. So don't come over here and treat ours like crap too. So I know DJ Smoo came over here for a visit, but he's from Germany, so it's a little different. But we'll welcome you anyway. Just don't...
Smoo, Tumby, a whole bunch of people are planning on moving there as soon as they can.
All we ask is you don't treat it like you treated your own country. Otherwise,
hey, we didn't treat it that way. We just happen to live here.
Yeah,
we're the ones getting treated this way.
Technically, the people themselves allow their country to become the way they do. It is not the country itself; is rather the people that allow it.
I think you're wildly overestimating how democratic our country is.
Well, it sounds more like a serfdom at this point.
Yeah, all of our top politicians, even the supposedly socialist ones, are all millionaires.
So what you're saying is...
And the rest of us live in the dirt.
Yeah, well, what you're saying is you haven't gotten past the serfdom yet. You've been a serfdom for a very long time.
Pretty much.
And your kings haven't changed. They're just figureheads now, which is
true. When Rishi Sunak was the prime minister, he was richer than the king.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how we'll end our show with a little knowledge. Mob rule. Well, I mean, even in the United States, we have issues with mob rule too. It's good to be others is the song. is the song. Be good to others is the song. Okay, I didn't know that. But anyway, Abe Meister himself, the Abbey, as one would call him, but don't confess in his church if you get my drift. But anyway, the Abster, we left for a reason. Well, we fought to leave, and then we died. Some of us died to have the freedom, and so on and so forth. But anyway, why did you guys elect him? Oh, he wasn't elected. Hey, look, we're not gonna get too political here, okay? Calm it down in the chat. Take your cookie and go back, sit down in the street or something. We got invaded by illegal immigrants. Yeah, so did we. We got something in common. But anyway, get past the point. You guys are messing me up. Anyway, you can find Abe either on Tomby stuff, visiting other people's stuff, like Yarny, of course, and so many
You
others.
can find me at Abe's Gonna Get You, just wherever you're on, really.
Twitter. Yeah, he does have a YouTube name, but he doesn't have stuff on there. So, but he does have his Twitter X is down there. So if you want to bother him or ask him questions about the UK, you can ask him. But no, I enjoy, many of Tomby's crew has been on, and of course, some of them are in the chat right now. So I appreciate you all, including you, Abe, even if you're a bit smarmy for yourself. You're all right.
Excuse you, sir. You're on my show.
You want to take that word back to the peanut gallery? You want to take you want to come on my show and you tell me how it goes? But no, I do appreciate
You want to come on my show, Dara?
I'm going to show you a show. But anyway, for my end of things, whether you're on the Rumble side or whether you're on the YouTube side, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, leaving a follow, leaving a comment, or reposting, because you can do that in Rumble now, or all of it, any of it, it doesn't matter. Any help with the engagement is much appreciated, because guess what? Not only does it help me being seen more, because all creators want to, but it also helps in having other people on as guests, like Yarny, you like Jack Tarlad being on like 10 or 11 times now. And then he stands me up like a poor whore in the street. Well, actually, I think it's the opposite. Never mind. I'm getting too confused. Then you got Abe, of course, Hanayama-sama, Tomby, so many people. I still haven't gotten Stasis on. Got to get him. Kadath Gaming, those people. A lot of sort of different people, whether you're a creator or not, it does not matter. What matters is, are you willing to take up the opportunity to have a conversation with someone you don't know, but isn't going to bite your ear off or whatever? It's just an honest-to-goodness conversation, and you just saw that for the past 2 hours. So any help with the engagement on either Rumble or YouTube is much appreciated. And of course, if you want to see where else I'm at, hey, guess what? There's a link down below in the description box right down there. On YouTube or whatever, Rumble, yeah. Down in the description box, you can click on that link. You'll find my other places. Or if you're someone who is so liberated to want to come on, guess what? You can leave a comment or follow that link. Any of it. Anywhere. You can find me at those places, and we can have a great time. Because I've had at least one person who followed those links and hit me up. So you can follow that lead. Don't hesitate. But again, any help with engagement and the link down below. I appreciate you all, even all you people who make the Uranus jokes every now and then. Okay? It's getting a little too much. It's getting a little too much. The ways. Oh, hey, Barbie. Hey, Barbie. How are you? Nice to see you. You just came at the end of the show, though, Barbie. Time. But do I need to check my ID to vote thumbs up? You, sir, need to check your thumb so it's not up that place where the sun don't shine.
Good, sir. I do bite my thumb at thee.
Abe, oh, look at that. You got a follower, Abe. Look at that. Let's all give Abe a clap. He's got a follower on next now. Look at that. He's
I'm going to clap for myself. There we go.
Is that with both hands or one?
Who said I was using hands?
I don't. No. I'm not going there. Anyway. It's like playing Monopoly and you're the one with all the big pieces. Like, that's right. Come to daddy. He wants all the money. I want all the money. Come on.
This is what the people tune in for.
That's right. Are you not?
Are you not entertained?
Oh, that's right. What guitar do you have back there? Oh, it's a. That guitar. That guitar is a 6-string electric acoustic. So you could plug it into an amp and stuff. But I haven't played it in a while. He's got an addition. Oh, look at that. He's got a follow in addition to Tom. Look at that. Look at all these people. People are jelly.
Yay!
Nah, they can't be jelly. If they have more followers than me, how could they be jelly? I don't understand. I wouldn't understand it. If you're jealous, if people were jealous of me, first off, I'd like to understand in what area, and second off, if you're jealous, you're gonna be dead one day. What's that gonna help you with? I get it. I get like I said earlier. Yeah, I see some of the numbers sometimes. I'm like, why am I not there yet? But then I remember, you know what? I have met over 130 different people. What other content creator can say the same? That doesn't take them a year or so to get to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll keep with that. But anyway, guys, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, because it is Friday tomorrow. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern is my Pay It Forward stream. So if you've never known what the Pay It Forward stream is, right? It's just an experience you've never had before. So what I do, I stream to both Rumble and YouTube, but I go on the Rumble side and I go to their live stream section and I kind of go around and see people, right? I go to one person per page, and I go and I say hello and I may drop a rant or two, and just paying it forward that way, right? I can't do very much. I can't do very much with the little I can do on YouTube because it requires you a lot just to even get a whole sentence in. So on Rumble, I can do a lot, whether it's $1 or whether it's 500. I can do a lot with a little. So that's why I do it there, and I'd like to see the platform grow to be better. So tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, I will have on tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. G1 Games is going to be joining me tomorrow. And then, of course, once we're done with the Pay It Forward part, he'll be around for a little bit. We'll chat for a bit, and we'll just have a grand old time, like you saw today, if you're interested. So tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, stop by. Let's see ya. All right, don't be hiding. Don't be hiding. I know a lot of people have other people they want to watch, but it's always nice to see you guys again, even if it's just for someone who's not on screen. You just hear his voice. I think you guys are attracted to Abe's voice, to be honest. That's a little weird. We go around. we don't terrorize people. Come on, Steve. Come on.
Only a little bit.
Oh, goodness sake. Now you're going to get me in trouble with Homeland. But anyway, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the last part of DaraChat. And guess what it is? Can anyone tell me? What was that? Oh, that's right. It's called Questions from a Hat. Now I know Steve's gonna say, death from a hat. But you know what I say? Or doom from a hat. You know what I say? So what? It's questions from a hat. I bought a hat from Rumble and I put some questions in it. So what happens is that, of course, my guest, the Abester himself, will get two. Oh, look at that! Look at that! There you go. It's a see Abe. Someone's being nice to you back.
Nice to meet you.
Well,
actually, Dara, we could do things a little different.
Oh gosh, what is it now?
I've got some questions for you.
You'll have to wait your turn, young man.
From some people that we know.
Oh, good. You can wait. We'll do it after your go. So we'll do it after your go. We got to get through this part first. All right. Let's
Sure.
save that for the last bit. All right. So rules are, the guest gets 2 freebies, right? But if you want more than the 2 freebies, you got to give rant. I'm sorry, YouTube. I'm not monetized on YouTube. Sucks. So if you want to give a super chat for that, you can't, because I'm not monetized, or I'm not at the 500 people yet, or whatever. So it's unfortunate. But on the Rumble side, I'm already instant monetized. So if you want to see another question come out of that, guess what? You can give a Rumble rant. Now, however, I did get a Rumble rant earlier. And so thank you, Rumble Cracker. So that will be 3 questions. That will be 3 questions. Plot twist. It's not plot twist. It's just I just don't have enough people for me even to super chat. So, well, that and the time. But anyway, we're going to reach in for the first question. Remember, a Rumble rant was given. So that's 3 questions now. Unless someone else gives another Rumble rant, it's just 3 questions. All right, hold on. I'm reaching to my hat of wonder. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull out a good one. Hello. I think I found a good one. Here we go. Here's the first one. Here we go. Abe, if you could have dinner with any historical figure, who would it be with and why?
Probably Marcus Aurelius.
Interesting.
And
Why is that?
the reason why is because he was, as a Roman emperor.
Yeah. Oh, because he was just the Roman Empire's emperor. That's why he wanted to do it. Hello. I think he muted himself.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
I just had a little...
It's all right. It's all right. We're here. I'm live. It's okay. Everything. Yeah, everything.
Chrome decided to freak out, and maybe it's scared of the name Marcus Aurelius. I don't know.
Marcus Aurelius. No, we're still here. All right. And you wanted to you want to talk to him because he's an emperor, right? Is that what you were saying?
Well, he was the emperor of Rome, but he was also a philosopher. So he's probably the only person in history that comes close to the Platonic ideal of a philosopher king. Because you couldn't really say that about any of the other emperors, really, of any empire ever.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, apart from that, it would just be, like, ridiculous ones.
No Napoleon, as it were?
No.
Question number 2. What's your favorite day of the week? That's the...
I'd have to say maybe Saturday for sentimental reasons. Because when I was younger, Saturday was the day that me and my family would have burger and chips.
Ooh, nice.
So it was almost like an American-themed day of the week for us.
Right.
You know, which was cool. And then we'd watch a movie later on. Bearing in mind, this is a time that we'd be eating dirt the rest of the week. So it was like a luxurious day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Marcus the Realist would be a good name. Now, this one's just a hit below the belt. I thought he was going to say dinner with Hitler for some reason. Now, that's a hit below the belt. Sir.
Steve knows me too well because that definitely did cross my mind. But I've read that many books about him at this point in which I don't need to speak to him.
There you go. Good man.
I already know the psychology of the man. I could just ask myself the same questions and I'd say, well, he would say this.
What do you think? What do you think about chocolate? Well, I think it's very good, except it should be held.
Well, fun little fact. His favorite snack was, in fact, little tiny chocolate swastikas. And he used to keep bowls of them. And he'd just nibble on them whilst he was talking to people at his mountain retreat.
I feel like it would be very Augustus Gloop with that one. I like these stars, chocolates.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that kept him slim was all of the meth he was taking.
Ooh, man, that would keep someone slim.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious. All right.
They didn't have a Zempic back then.
Well, speed does that to you. But yep. I'm sorry, what? Abe said it, not me. Abe said it. Abe said it, not me. Last question, unless someone gives another rant. What's the most useless superpower you can think of?
Sorry, did you say useless superpower?
Yes. What's the most useless superpower you can think
of? Being Prime Minister of Canada.
That's not a superpower. Try again. Get it? I ask you. It is a silly question, but come on, give me something substantial.
Well, I would say a great superpower, which is something I consider to be a superpower, but a lot of people don't, is the ability to sleep.
Oh, that's right. I remember, yeah.
Especially people that can just lie down and just go straight to sleep. I'm like, they should make like some weird X-Men team with these people that are just asleep all the time. And just sit there and go, wow, that's amazing.
They call them the sleepers on the team.
They call them the sleepy dudes.
The sleepy
you know? Yeah, are they going to fight crime? No, they're just going to get really restful.
No, they're going to fight crime. In their dreams.
In their dreams. But in terms of useless,
That is a dream. That would be pretty useless.
I'm not kidding. When I do sometimes sleep, I do have dreams of sleeping.
Wow.
Like I'm tired in the dream, so I try and sleep in the dream.
Do you just have is it like insomnia or something, or what?
Something like that.
Okay.
I mean, I can. I'm also quite conscious whilst I'm asleep as well.
So like lucid dreaming, is that what they call lucid? That's right. They call it lucid dreaming, isn't it?
Yeah, I can lucid dream. Yeah.
So
I also occasionally get sleep paralysis as well, which is it's unpleasant at first, but once you lean into it, it's not so scary.
Slumberman. That's Abe's real name is Slumberman.
Yeah.
He spreads his sand across the way for all the little girls and boys to sleep. He's Slumberman.
Yeah, that's not sand.
Wow, what a way to make it worse and give us some bad images, dear Lord. All right,
just picture that image though.
No.
Like...
no. You
hey
want
kids,
that?
take this powder.
No.
Mysterious powder and go to sleep.
No. You want to ask the questions. I start asking questions. I don't need to go down this coke spiral thing. Good Lord.
I don't know. Like a useless superpower is just anything without utility. So it's like, I don't know. I can grow my nails at any speed I want to.
Wow, that is good.
Okay, great.
Or gets butter.
Yeah. I was just thinking, I can shorten my hair at will, but then I thought, no, that's actually kind of useful. You'd never have to go for a haircut again.
Yeah, that's true. But then again, being Butterman would be useful too, because then you wouldn't have to worry about buying butter for toast. So
hold on, where does the butter come from?
Look, we're not going to talk about that. You didn't say where the sand comes from, so we're not going to talk about where the butter comes from. But let's get on to the questions. Hey,
South America takes umbrage at that question. Okay.
I if that's your question, I will answer. But if it's not your question, let's get on to the question. We're getting on that point. I gotta start closing down the show. All right. What's your questions from all the people?
Okay.
Now, are they asking them to be curious, or are they asking them because they just want to be silly?
Well, we'll find out.
Oh goodness, how many do you have? That's the real question.
Let's see. What's this one say?
It says fart in the face.
Oh, this one's actually from Jack Tarlad.
Finally, a real question, though.
Yep. It says, Dara,
yes.
Why are you gay?
'Cause your mama.
Okay, let's try another one.
Yeah, 'cause your mama, Jack. 'Cause your mama.
This one is from Simon Kagwa Nja.
What?
From Uganda.
Oh goodness.
And I'll affect an accent for this one. Why are you gay?
'Cause your mama.
Okay, let's try another one.
Yeah. If they're all the same question, you can just dump the hat right now.
Hold on.
If they're all the same question, you could dump the hat right now. We can just
hold on.
Yeah.
This one is from Stan.
Wait, is it stamped like as STAMP or something else?
No, STAN, Stan.
Oh, Stan. Okay, I thought you said stamp.
It says, Dear Dara, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. Okay, I think that's actually just lyrics to
that's
Stan.
Yeah. Bad Stan. Yeah.
Try another one.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's from me.
Oh yeah, what is it?
Dara,
no.
Why are you gay? Okay.
Your mama. Let's why.
Go to the next one.
Your mama is why.
This one is from. I think that was a joke when I wrote. This one is from Actual Jesus. Why are you gay?
Your mama.
And we've got. Oh, this is an interesting one. This one is from the Actual Devil.
Oh,
I believe he's a big fan of yours.
Yeah. Now, what's his question?
His question is, what are your thoughts on the modern Vatican's ecumenical social economic and political state compared to the papacy during the Council of Trent between 1545 and 1563?
Don't care. Burn it down. Next question.
No, I think we're done. I think we'll leave it for now. We'll perhaps come back to that another time.
Well,
To be honest, mate, I think some of those were trolls.
Yeah, you're a good troll.
Oh,
Look,
I was the best. I can't say much for the rest.
you know what? The best answer to all of them is your mama, and that pretty
Yo, mama.
Yo, mama. That pretty much solves the problem because for Jack, he comes from the same mama. So if it's his mama, then doesn't that mean he's gay too?
Maybe.
There you go.
Maybe everybody's gay, Jack. Maybe everybody.
You know what? I'm a little happy on the inside, but sometimes they call that gay. I'm like, well,
I'm absolutely giddy with gayness.
that's his new nickname, Giddy with Gayness.
No, that's another band name right there.
Oh, good. Giddy with Gay. Giddy with Gayness, with the band of the world. Dun, 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 giddy
Right,
with
I'm
Gayness.
definitely using AI to make that into an actual song now.
You got it. Anyway. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. Of course, I want to thank all of you for coming, whether you're on the Rumble side, whether you're on the YouTube side. I appreciate you all. Thank you again. Once again, I said clarify, Biter, are you gay?
No. Why are you gay?
Your mama is why.
Gay is clarified butter that's often used in Indian dishes.
I think the butter clarified itself. But anyway, thank you all for being here. And of course, thank you, Abe, for coming. You're
always a pleasure.
You're always a one true star. You know, when the first time I brought you on, you wouldn't say much of a word, even during when the chin wag would come around. You were the silent type because of a few people. But guess what? You're a speaking mad lad now, and I appreciate you doing that. So someone once said that guys attracted to tomboys are gay. That was the day that my husband told me he's gay. Apparently. Well, yes, but he got to find out real quick how gay he was.
Hold on, though. She missed out a word.
Yeah.
That was the day my alleged husband told me he's gay.
Oh, he's hiding in the woodworks. But anyway, don't forget 7 p.m. tomorrow, pay it forward stream with G1 Games. Again, I appreciate you being here. And again, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, a follow, or you could repost now on Rumble. Anything that helps with that engagement is much appreciated on both ends. Because guess what? It's people like you that help, and not only me being able to reach higher, but just to reach all these different people that you get to be a part of. Whether it's to be a guest, whether it's to be a part of Dara's Hangout Den, which I do bring previous guests together. It's all in bringing people together to just have a conversation, because right now our world's a bit chaotic. So let's have that conversation while there's chaos. Hope to see you. Of course, as always, we end with, what is it, Abe? What
One Day with You.
Oh my gosh, he's got it. Look, you try to train a seal once in a while, he usually gets it right once. All right, calm it down, boy. Anyway, as he was saying, One Day with You by Pogo. Hope to see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. And for the love of goodness, why are you gay?
Bye.